Think about a time when you felt completely helpless. Maybe your body froze. Your voice disappeared. Maybe you couldn't run, couldn't speak, couldn't leave. Maybe you wanted to say, "Stop, this isn't okay," but you couldn't. That's not weakness. That's a trauma response. The nervous system takes over when it senses threat. It shuts down higher order decision making to protect you. Fight, fly, freeze, fawn. All of these are survival strategies. Your body, your brain. They did their best to keep you safe. Episode 8. The Silent Thief. Reclaiming Agency After Trauma. Welcome back to Let's Talk About the Elephant. I'm Mażda, and I'm so glad you are here. Today we are diving into something that might not always be easy to name, but it's something we feel deeply, quietly, and constantly. We are talking about agency, that beautiful, powerful sense that we have choices, that we can shape our lives, that we can say yes or no, and it actually means something, that we can not only live, but also participate in our life. However, trauma can take that sense of choice from us, like a silent thief, or as I want to offer you today, like a protective elephant who quietly takes over our steering wheel, thinking it's for our own good. We'll explore how this happens and how we begin to reclaim agency, gently and intentionally. What is agency, really? Agency is one of those words that sounds abstract until you really feel it. At its core, it's beautifully human. It's the internal sense that I can act. It's the feeling of being the author of our own story. I can respond. I get to choose. I can say no. I can say yes. It's not about control over everything, but about ownership over our decisions, our relations, reactions, and our direction. Agency connects us to our power, our self-worth, and our future. When we have agency, we don't just exist. We participate. We influence the world around us. And perhaps most importantly, we feel connected to our own internal compass. But here is the thing. When we experience trauma, especially relational trauma, developmental trauma, war, abuse, oppression, that agency can feel like it's been erased. Or maybe not erased, but hidden, buried under layers of survival strategies. Suddenly, we are no longer the ones writing the story. We are reacting to a script someone else handed us. How trauma steals agency. Trauma isn't just something that happened to our body. It rewires how we think and how we relate to choice. Imagine the moment of the accident in the intersection. The brain doesn't ask you for your permission. It acts. Fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. The nervous system does what it's built to do, protect you. It cuts off unnecessary processing, Because in crisis, reflection is a luxury. Survival is the priority. All of these survival strategies, your body, your brain, they did their best to keep you safe. But over time, especially when trauma is chronic or unresolved, those survival strategies start to become our default settings. Those same patterns, those emergency reactions can become ingrained. And then we begin to feel like passengers in our own lives. It can feel like making a choice is unsafe. We stop believing we have the right to choose, or we doubt our choices constantly. We lose trust in ourselves. That's when we lose agency. Not because we are weak, but because trauma has taken the driver's seat. And that, right there, is one of trauma's most painful legacies. This loss of agency doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers in the background of our daily life. I don't know what I want. It doesn't really matter. Whatever keeps the peace. I don't trust myself. It can look like avoiding decisions entirely, feeling numb or indifferent, automatically saying yes, even when every part of you wants to say no, letting others decide for you, even in small things. And for some of us, agency was never something we fully learned to feel. Maybe we grew up in homes or systems where our needs were ignored, our boundaries were crossed, our voices were silenced. So, we adapted. The elephant as a bodyguard. Now, I want to offer you a metaphor, one that's close to my heart, and I hope it will speak to yours too. Let's return to the elephant, our symbolic companion in this podcast. Imagine that elephant not just as something heavy or unspoken sitting in the room, but as a kind of bodyguard, a kind, soft elephant who wants to protect you. A guardian that showed up when things got really hard. The elephant saw that you were in danger, overwhelmed, terrified, and it stepped in. It said, I will take over now. I will protect you. So it started walking ahead of you, blocking your path, deciding when to speak, when to hide, when to run, or when to freeze. It began making decisions for you, like a well-meaning protector who thinks they know best. And at that time, it might have been exactly what you needed. But now, the threat has passed. The elephant is still out in front deciding how you live your life. Still whispering, you can't handle this. Let me do it. That's how trauma works. Not out of malice, but out of an overlearned survival instinct. And so the journey of reclaiming agency begins here, not by pushing the elephant away, but by turning to it and saying, thank you. You helped me survive. However, I need to walk beside you now. I want to reins back. I'm ready to choose again. Agency doesn't return all at once. It returns in moments of remembering that you are not who you were in that moment, and that your bodyguard elephant can now learn to rest. How to gently reclaim agency. How do we begin? We don't reclaim agency by making huge dramatic changes overnight. We reclaim it slowly, in small doable ways that rebuild trust with ourselves, step by step. Here are a few ways to begin. 1. Practice awareness. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Do I want to do this, or do I feel like I have to? 2. Make micro decisions. It could be as small as choosing what socks to wear, or deciding to rest before you hit exhaustion. Every small act of choice matters. 3. Notice your no. You don't have to say it out loud yet, but learn to hear it inside you. Your no is valid. 4. Connect with your body. Movement, grounding, breath work, even a slow stretch. Remind your body, I'm here and I'm safe now. Healing happens in safe relationships. I want to say something else, something important, because this isn't just about the self. Reclaiming agency also means being in environments where your choice matters, where people honor your voice, where your no is heard and respected, where your yes is celebrated because it's real, not coerced, not from fear. That might mean therapy. That might mean reworking boundaries. That might also mean leaving spaces where your agency is constantly ignored. Healing isn't just nervous system regulation. It's also relational justice. It's being allowed to be a person, not a problem. So, if you are walking through life feeling like you've lost yourself, please know your agency is still there. Maybe quiet, maybe hidden behind your elephant, but it's yours. And every small choice you make to show up, to pause, to listen to yourself, that's a step towards reclaiming it. Remember, you are not broken. You are healing. You are not alone in this path. And even when the elephant walks ahead of you, you can gently ask it to walk beside you. Thank you for being here today. I hope you liked it. Please let me know in the comment section. And if this episode resonated with you, I'd be honored if you share it with someone else who might need it. Until the next time, keep walking, one gentle choice at a time. Take care of yourself and others, and see you next time.